Because of poultry, I'm able to clear my bills, pay school fees, able to do other things like goat keeping, acquire a land, with a lot of things. There's a lot of benefits. So like broiler, I got inspired. There was a time I went and placed an order. And then I was...
Hello our dear viewers, today we are down here in Gayaza Makenke to learn about broiler breeding with Victor Chicks. Thank you for hosting us.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, he's going to take us through everything to do with how to take care of broiler breeders and so many other things like you will see in our video. Stay tuned.
My name is Victor, the founder of Victor Chicks. I'm a veterinary doctor as well. A poultry farmer. I also did civil engineering. We keep parent stock, we hatch, and then we sell day-old chicks. Sometimes we also brood and then sell brooded chicks. The chicken, the broilers, 5 to 6 weeks, we sometimes do that. Broiler breeding is actually a broiler parent stock. We call it parent stock because it is actually where we get the chicks from. You hatch the eggs of a breeder to get the chicks, which people normally keep for meat production. The first factor that I would advise anyone out there is to first look into the biosecurity, the security itself, and the quality or type of the breed that you're going to opt into, because broiler has different types. There is a COP 500, there is Rose 308, it has very many, so it is so good to know the quality or the breed you are going to venture into. Some of the factors that we consider while choosing a breeder is actually the quality of the chicks that you are going to get, the health of the bird. We consider that first. While we order for this, they normally give you hens and then cocks for free. You pay for the hens only. It is good to go when you already know what you want. At Victor Chicks, we normally have feeding chart for breeders. So that is what we normally follow. And then about the genetics, of course, genetics, it's what helps in customer selection. There are customers who come and they only want a certain breed and the type of bird that you have. If it suits them, that's what you normally give them. I think now 10 years since I've been doing this, I got inspired. There was a time I went and placed an order, and then I was prolonged. The date I was told, that time I wasn't given chicks. So I decided to go for my own breeder. That's what inspired me. You can come, I show you inside. Yeah. When we're entering, there is what we call disinfectant. So you have to dip your boots in. The reason why we do this is so that we do not go in with diseases. You know, sometimes when we walk on the way, we might be carrying diseases. So to protect our birds from getting infected, you have to first dip yourself into the disinfectant. Ensuring the health of the birds, it's actually work of a farmer to make sure that the birds are healthy. The health of your birds, it has effects. When these breeders are sick and you happen to hatch them, it affects the chicks as well. Sometimes the sickness that these breeders are having can be transferred to their chicks. These birds do not have a specific medication. No, we use the same medicine, the same vitamin, the same antibiotics. Yes. The ideal environment for broilers. These birds, they don't want to be in a place where it is too hot, where the temperature is too high. It affects their growth. It affects them health-wise. About the spacing, 2 centimeters or 3 per bird. And then the housing, that would depend on the number of birds you have. You can do, let's say, this is 16 by 60. The chicken house, how it's supposed to be, the floor has to be laid, either concrete. There should be a ventilation. The height should be 10 meters high. The ventilation should be for access of air. This helps much in case you have diseases, you have like let's say cough and flu. The ventilation helps much. How long they lay, these birds, they can go for a year and some months. Yes, there are factors that affect them to reduce in laying. Like in case when they are sick, when you overfeed them, when they are dehydrated. Of course, those are the things that affect them. They would definitely drop in laying and all that. Per year, a good breed would go around 200 to 220 eggs. We have a place where we store them. After the collection, we transport them to the hatchery. The eggs have to be handled carefully so that you maintain the fertility of the eggs. And once they reach at the hatchery, there is where they set them. They have these trays. We call them setters. They are set and put in the machine for 18 days. Then after 18 days is when we remove them to select the fertilized and unfertilized eggs. And then again they are transferred to the hatcher for more 3 days. That's when they hatch. How long the eggs are supposed to be kept at the farm before taking them to the hatchery? These eggs are not supposed to go beyond 7 days. They're supposed to be collected and you don't proceed 7 days. Within the 6 days, you have to take them to the hatchery to maintain your hatchability and the fertility of the eggs. We normally hatch when the customers are already booked, when they're already on orders. Customers, they normally, once they hatch, we supply to the customers. We normally have people to whom we sell them to. Like these ones who deal in markets, they deal in frozen chicken. We normally sell them to these people. We keep some, sometimes we brood at our farms. About the boxes, why they are down, why they are not long enough. The reason is our birds, these breeders are so heavy. So when you keep them, when you keep the boxes so high, it is very hard for them to climb to go in the laying section of the boxes. About how we manage the weight of these birds, we normally have a feeds program that we follow. That means every week there is a kg. Each bird has a specific grams of feeds that they eat. That's how we maintain the weight. Like if you get this and this, they have the same weight. This is 4.5, 4.5. The process of how we keep these birds, we keep them for 2 weeks in the brooder. Then after brooder, we remove them. Brooder is a place that you set with an average temperature for the chicks, since they are not with their parents. It's a place where you give warmth to these birds for 2 good weeks. And then when their wings are already out, once they have grown, the wings are out, you release them you remove them out of the brooder and keep them outside or in a certain part of the chicken house for 5 weeks until disposal. So the challenges I face is that the prices of feed sometimes they're high. The cost of production sometimes affects us. But of course, while doing business, you are not supposed to focus much on the negative side of it. You also have to look good in it as well. And that's how we overcome them. The key aspects of what one should consider in breeding is, first thing is chicken house, because it is the most important thing. Chicken house, the breed, where you get these breeds from. The quality of the breed, the costs involved, that will depend on the size of a chicken house that you're venturing into, or the number of birds that you would wish to bring in. My advice to the youth out there who are willing to join this, it's that the poultry business or poultry keeping is not only for old people, not for old guys, not for people who are retired. Poultry keeping is for everyone. So I would advise any youth who is out there and who is willing to do this, please come in, let's do poultry. Poultry keeping has a lot of benefits. There are a lot of things that I've got from poultry farming. Because of poultry, I'm able to clear my bills, pay school fees from my siblings, able to do other things like goat keeping, acquire a land, with a lot of things. There's a lot of benefits. So I would request any youth who is out there and is willing to do poultry, please join us, let's do poultry. Like broiler keeping is not something that would take you for decades. It's something that you can do for 5 to 6 weeks and then you get back your money plus the profits. So I would advise any youth who is willing to join us. You can start with broilers. You can start with a few. You take a step at a time. You go slow. You reach your dreams. For those youth who are out there and who would wish to reach us to know more about poultry farming or broiler keeping, you can actually find us on our platforms. That's Victor Chicks on TikTok, Victor Chicks on Facebook. To reach us directly on phone calls, you can reach us on 039482 1570, or you can text us on WhatsApp, that is 075501 We are always open for any learner, and we always offer trainings for those who are interested in poultry farming, and we're always eager to welcome new farmers into this business. And we thank Rich Harvest for reaching out to the youth, for spreading the word of agribusiness. We really appreciate and thank Rich Harvest for this. Thank you.